Hello everyone, welcomes to my Sister Wives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sister Wives, as Meri Brown changed after years of putting up her martyr act. The reason behind Meri Brown's persistent reputation as a sad sack on Sister Wives is that she never confronted Kody Brown about his mistreatment and humiliation of her. She seems more assertive now, but habits are hard to break. She might get depressed in the future if her relationship with Amos Andrews, her new boyfriend, doesn't work out. Kody has helped Meri through several dark nights of the soul. Despite the fact that she was his first marriage, he failed to show her the affection she required. Meri, who was never meant to be his true love, was probably unaware of the devastating effects of polygamy on one's spirit. Even though Meri has lost weight and has a glamorous hairstyle, she might not be as self-assured as she appears. Ultra-patriarch Kody tried everything for years to undermine her confidence. She was a young, idealistic woman wearing a white bridal dress at beginning. She most likely felt like the martyred Joan of Arc by the time it was all over. Meri did everything to be friendly with Kody, but she was never successful. She was unable to prevail. Even though she was only disloyal to him once, it wasn't enough. Her love was meaningless. Within the relationship, Meri lost herself. Her pride was gone. Although Kody damaged her more than he should have, Meri must accept responsibility for letting it happen as an adult. Having been emotionally dumped by Kody, she ought to have learned to ignore his opinions. Rather, she continued to wait for him to be the guy she would marry. Simply said, that man is no longer there. Countless times. Meri should have fought for her own life, her objectives, her needs and wants, and her happiness, rather than wallowing in self-pity. Rather, the spirit of a guy who had fallen in love with another woman consumed Meri. Few people are able to avoid being hurt by love, which has affected almost everyone. But years ago, Meri ought to have read the writing on the wall. She kept holding out hope in defiance of indications that were painfully clear. Hope can be harmful at times. It certainly wasn't a relationship as toxic as Meri's. Indeed, she had every right to feel depressed by Kody's breakup. The existence of a heart is not inherently flawed. The problem is that Kody's obsession with Robyn was evident years ago. In fact, he made a conscious effort to make Meri feel inadequate and unloved. So, the saddest thing of all was that it seemed like she was in love with a man who was blatantly unkind. Maybe Meri exaggerated her love for Kody in the past, but maybe not. Could it be that she truly loved the man who had done all of this to her? It's possible that she recalled his former personality. But Meri had to be kind to herself and let go. That took a very long time to occur. She's done it at last. She can now live her own life. She doesn't have to live with the ghosts of the past forever. Kody should be with Robyn, where he belongs, so she can go. Someone must struggle for an ideal and be prepared to die in order to be considered a true martyr. Meri never took her principles to battle. Rather, she appeared to allow life to sweep past her. There were moments when Meri could have used a little more fire because she's not a fiery woman. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. After giving it her all in battle, Meri will not stand in a battlefield with blood and dirt all over her face. That is not who she is. She left, too, but with timidity. She is also not the kind of martyr who accepts her sentence without resisting. Those kind of martyrs also exist. Meri has discovered ways to express her annoyance. Typically, she depends on vaguely suggestive posts that draw attention to the bad qualities of her now ex, Kody. Meri is therefore not entirely helpless. She truly betrayed Kody emotionally, and she will never get over Meri's catfishing incident. Although Meri casually forgets her own part in the fiasco, Kody didn't forgive her. Meri was formerly devoted to polygamy. She even supported Kody when he made the decision to add Janelle Brown as a second wife to the family. Kody had a happier disposition back then. He tried, smiled, and was amiable. Before Robyn was a very different world. The women were frequently content and the Brown family was largely functional. But everything changed when Robyn, who occasionally plays the victim as well, joined the family. Currently, Christine Brown of Sister Wives, Meri, and Janelle have all given up on multiple marriages. Christine playfully insults Cody, but Janelle and Meri appear more hurt. Christine uses creative methods to make her points. She once donned a t-shirt that said, "This rejection of polygamy is, in a broader sense, a rejection of religion," as an example. Polygamy has been rejected by all parties involved, which is not exactly a great endorsement for several marriages. It no longer makes anyone happy, thus no one believes in it anymore. Therefore, they no longer adhere to the rigid Mormon sex regulations, even if they did in the past. Has religion left the Brown family, Meri included? Perhaps. They all seem to believe in God, yet their beliefs differ. In a larger sense, this rejection of polygamy is a rejection of religion. Polygamy has been rejected by all parties involved, which is not exactly a great endorsement for several marriages. It no longer makes anyone happy, thus no one believes in it anymore. Therefore, they no longer adhere to the rigid Mormon sex regulations, even if they did in the past. Has religion left the Brown family, Meri included? Perhaps. They all seem to believe in God, yet their beliefs differ. Meri is concealing her self-interest when she plays the martyr, since Cody and Robin act in exactly the same way. True believers in martyrdom will perish for their beliefs. They're not going to give up because they're not happy. Too much time is spent by the Brown ladies posing as Cody's defenseless victims, and too much time is spent by Cody posing as their victim. Since everyone is an adult, they didn't need to stay if their needs weren't being satisfied. Play acting was and still is prevalent. The Roman Catholic Saint Joan of Arc was killed because it was thought that she was a heretic. Despite her bravery, France's savior suffered mistreatment. Even though Meri disobeyed the laws of polygamy without facing any consequences, she rebelled still. Joan of Arc, of course, never had a fair trial. She is a martyr as a result. In contrast, Meri is free to express her ideas and beliefs without limits. The freedom that real martyrs do not have is hers. As seen above in ET's exclusive video, Meri announced to the world that her and Cody were calling it quits. Her departure was hardly a martyr's offering. It was the appropriate thing for her. There's no denying that she made the proper choice. She most certainly did. Cody treated her like an impediment for years. It became ingrained in her, this low on the totem pole feeling. Meri received the least from Cody, who seemed to appreciate even the essentially disliked Janelle. Whereas Joan of Arc experienced distinctly spiritual mystical experiences, Meri seems to be more interested in everyday life. She can actually reach out and touch her new boyfriend. She senses his love for her when they are in the same room. She becomes stronger as a result. Unlike Cody, he is not emotionally aloof. Meri has discovered a person who is ready to give love in return. I hope she and Amos end up being together for a very long time. Meri has resigned herself from wasting time and effort on a fake relationship, as love is always risky. She is searching for true happiness, not just a fantasy or a pipe dream. She's by no means a martyr, but who could really blame her for her decision? Like everyone else, she has a right to happiness.